Hello, my name is Garrett McGuire, and I'm a fourth year bioresource and agricultural engineering major at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo. In this video, I'm going to take you along as we dive deeper into how the Placer County Materials Recovery Facility operates. Let's dig deeper into how the facility actually works and some of the unique aspects that the Placer County MRF possesses. The Placer County Materials Recovery Facility, or MRF, is very interesting to me, as it is not only in my hometown, but I've also toured it in the past. In general terms, a material recovery facility collects waste from businesses, homeowners, and really anywhere that accumulates waste, and transports it to the facility itself, where it undergoes certain processes to later be grouped or converted into a recyclable material. Now, let's get specific with Placer County. Placer County has a program called the One Big Bin program, which was created by the Western Placer Waste Management Authority, a regional agency established in 1978. The agency set the entire program into motion and began actually collecting waste at the MRF in 1979. What is really cool about the program is the residents are able to throw any type of household waste, whether it is plastic, metal, food material, or even aluminum, into the same trash can. This means that every single citizen of Placer County is recycling, whether they know it or not. The process itself goes like this. The waste material is accumulated and collected by the residents of Placer County and placed outside in one bin to be picked up on trash day. The truck then comes and picks up the material. What is also great about the One Big Bin program is that it eliminates the needs for multiple trucks, since all the waste is sorted later. For one bin of miscellaneous trash, you only require one truck. This means less trucks out on the road and less fossil fuel emissions polluted into the environment. The truck then brings the waste material to the MRF, where it is dumped on the floor of the facility. This is where the sorting first starts. The trash piles are sifted through, and any large items, such as scrap metal or lumber, are immediately separated. The remaining waste is front-loaded onto a conveyor belt to be sorted later. The waste on the conveyor belt is moved through a series of screens. These screens are designated to sort the waste products into many different categories, such as size, shape, or dimension. The screen material is then sent down different pathways depending on the categories mentioned previously. The screen material is sent through a section of the conveyor that uses massive magnets that hover over the belt and removes the magnetic metals from the waste stream. However, this only separates heavily magnetic materials such as iron or steel. Other common recyclable metals such as aluminum are not caught by these magnets. Aluminum is considered a non-ferrous metal, which is why it requires a special machine to separate it. Non-ferrous metals are typically non-magnetic, but possess higher levels of conductivity. This is where the eddy current separator comes in. Put simply, the eddy current separator uses a fast-spinning magnetic rotor that creates an electric current within the conductive materials in the waste stream above it, expelling any materials that are non-ferrous. The machine separates the metals that are not picked up by the magnets, such as aluminum cans, and moves them onto another conveyor belt designated for them. At this point, the material is well sorted. It reaches a group of hands-on workers that use a trained human eye to sort certain materials. The Placer County MRF likes to say that there is no substitute for the human eye, and I agree. The employees are quickly able to pick out any material that may have been missed by the screens just to maintain an accurate process and product. For example, one worker might be assigned paper products and light plastics for the day, and he or she will remove those products from the line and place them in their proper chute. The material has now reached the final stage of the MRF. Here, it is sent down a chute that moves the fully sorted waste material down to a baling room, where the material is bundled and baled. The bales of waste are able to be reused and recycled, and the cycle starts all over again. After doing my own research, I wanted to find out firsthand how the Placer County MRF might relate to the triple bottom line. I called the facility itself and was able to speak to Heather Wilden, the clerk of board at the facility. I asked her about the MRF's relation to the triple bottom line, and she was unfamiliar with the term. After explaining the concept, she brought up some interesting information. When it comes to social benefits, the MRF provides jobs for the region, some of which are contracted by an outside organization and some of which are not. The MRF also prevents trash from collecting on the street, which provides the residents a clean place of life. On the environmental side, she mentioned how every citizen is doing their part recycling without even knowing it, which we mentioned above, and this is very beneficial to the globe. The MRF also diverts 68 to 72% of waste away from landfill, where the state only requires 50%. Lastly, on the economic side, it is a bit trickier. The materials that are recycled and reused, such as plastic or aluminum, are sold back to the community and businesses, and the profit goes directly towards the same organization that contracts the hands-on workers. Although it likely isn't much, there is some cash flow happening behind the scenes. Thank you for watching my video. I hope I provided you with a good insight on how a materials recovery facility operates, and how systems like this one, paired with the One Big Bin program, can seriously make a difference on the community and the environment.